Yo, I got an Acura RSX build for y'all. Something light, nothing too crazy, but this car wasn't as great as I wanted it to be because I don't know, it just wasn't as fast like the 0 to 60 and stuff. But I had to add it to the collection just because it's one of the cars that's fun to cruise with. But if you know any other engines that are better than the one I chose, make sure to please leave a comment so that I know, so I can use this car in races and stuff. But without further ado, let me just show you what I got in it. So for the engine, I have all Ultimate Plus parts. If you want your car to be super fast, you always have to have Ultimate Plus parts. I usually use the last part on each selection just because it's the one that works best. Because if you usually with most engines, it's always the last one. That's how it's always been for Need for Speed. But for the turbo, I used the screw supercharger. It was the one that I found that could get the best acceleration for this engine. Not the best horse, but for the best acceleration. I always use the 5 3-pound nitrous tanks. They're always the best for me. Track suspension, elite brakes, and the super elite clutch. You gotta always have that if you want the best acceleration. I always use race tires now. Some cars I might use track tires depending on how drifty they are, but usually I use race tires now. And for the clutch, yep, bias clutch. And then I use track drivetrain, and I use the 6-speed on this car just because the 6-speed was the best one. Usually a 6-speed is good for these type of cars, but yeah. And then here's the track differential. So for the engine, I picked the V6 engine, same one that the 350 and 370 have in this game, the 3.8 liter. It's a good engine. I feel like it's the worst in the 350 and 370. I don't know why it's so slow in those cars, but it works better in this car and one of my other builds I have. I think for my Civic I have the 350 engine too. But yeah, it's not a bad engine, you know. But let me show you what I got as my handling. I got my handling all the way up, and then my downforce just one notch before the last one, and then no traction control. So it's not a bad car, you know. It handles well, do what it got to do. But here I'm just gonna show y'all a high speed run with just how good its acceleration is. It's alright acceleration. It doesn't necessarily beat most of my cars, but it still can get there with them. Just it'll take a little while. But this car, it's not that bad, you know. But you know, it's up to you to decide how you like it. But if you like this video and if you found it any way helpful, you know, leave a like, subscribe, support the channel, you know, follow up other builds I make. But without further ado, I'm just gonna show you some other races, and that'll be it.